This week, the race is on in the lightning-quick London market. Let's keep the momentum going.
It's fast.
We've just gone too fast, too soon.
Drink up. It's furious.
Oh, sorry, cat.
And with people playing to win, we see something we've never seen before.
This week, one pair of house hunters strike in record speed.
They've been really brave. It's also quite nerve-wracking. We're taking on the London market, and it's a bit of a minefield out there.
We're south of the river, where properties are selling in the blink of an eye and there's a need for speed.
Got your running shoes with you?
Have we met?
I think we've got to know each other pretty well over the years, Kirsty. And while I'm joking about the shoes, I'm serious about the speed of the market.
Houses here sell twice as fast as the rest of the country. The average going under offer in less than 5 weeks. The good ones going in a couple of days.
Together with the capital's inflated prices, means that this is the most difficult market in the UK for one group in particular. First-time buyers, like both this week's couples.
I'm with Georgie Allen and Louis Beaver, two London trendies who long to swap their colossal commutes for an inner-city love nest.
And I'm helping IT specialist Rob Hitchcox and events manager Nikki Lemon, a perfectly matched dynamic duo, saddling up to search for their first home together.
We're quite well matched, I think. Nikki's found the channel last year, so epic swimmer. She can absolutely destroy me in a swimming pool.
He likes everything that's exciting and potentially dangerous. Decided to climb Mont Blanc last year.
Well, that's nothing. Their next challenge is their biggest to date, buying a home in London.
It's as exciting as it's daunting, I guess. I'm really looking forward to it. I'd love to have a house. It'd be nice to pour money into something that's not your landlord's.
Yeah, that's yours. It's our future. It's going to be our little nest.
They're tired of renting in North London and want to move south of the river, which is convenient for work and close to their friends.
This super organised pair know getting on the London ladder is no walk in the park.
They've been mapping out their house-buying mission, researching properties and pulling together every penny from 10 years of savings for their deposit.
We had a very super geeky spreadsheet as well, so each time we saved a little bit, we'd put it in, and you'd see little graphs stick up and everything. So, you know,
like a pie chart.
IT, so it had to be some form of geekiness.
But even these two switched-on go-getters have found that it's just as easy to sink as swim.
The hardest thing was just being overwhelmed with different types of information.
Time to throw them a lifeline, Phil.
I think it'd be good to understand what the game plan is behind this. Are you looking to make money? Are you looking to invest for the future? Are you looking to think about a family in years to come? Or are you having fun and going wild and crazy in London and being young and
I think
doing
it's a
all
bit of
that?
the last two. So
Yeah.
family 4 to 5 years, but we still want to have a lot of fun. You know, we're not ready to give up on that whole going out
Yeah.
London lifestyle just yet.
Okay, let's talk about the specifics of the property itself.
Well, I'm quite keen, I think we both are, on having a decent kitchen. Really want the kitchen to be like a core part of it, like, so we can entertain.
And I understand you don't particularly like ground floor flats.
I don't like the idea of someone living above you, which I know sounds strange, possibly because of noise.
And yet you do want some outside space, whether that's a roof terrace or a garden.
Just a bit of sun, just a bit of when
Yeah.
it comes out.
Yeah.
The few times it does.
This all sounds like quite a substantial property.
Do your work.
You heard her, Phil. If anyone can find these lovebirds their perfect match, it's you.
For their dream home, Nikki and Rob ideally don't want to spend more than £480,000, but can, at a push, go to the £500,000 mark.
And if it's to truly tug their heartstrings, it needs to have 2 bedrooms and be first floor with a dining kitchen and a garden.
They're keen on southwest London, my neck of the woods. So with Home Advantage, I'll be taking them to a select few neighbourhoods that offer the local lifestyle and green spaces for exercise that they're after.
I'm in South London too, with my couple, Louis Beaver and Georgie Allen. These cool kids met in London, shop here and work here. They're completely in love with this city. Georgie is in PR and Louis is a men's fashion buyer for an online retailer. They also love the city nightlife, but their parties are constantly pooped by their mammoth commutes.
Between them, they're travelling a whopping 8 hours every day, with work in London and their homes in Surrey.
If we're ever out in London seeing friends, we're constantly having to clock watch to make sure we get back to the station so we can get our last train home. It's horrible being the people who have to leave early because we've got to get home.
But there is light at the end of those train tunnels.
By living separately with their parents, they've saved enough to secure a £220,000 mortgage for a one-bed flat.
The aim is to get our own place now, just me and George now.
But with the average price of a one-bed in the capital at 330 grand, these two are fighting an uphill battle.
We've probably seen about 20, almost 30 properties, but some of them have been awful. Then other ones that we like are just that bit out of our budget.
It just makes me cry a little bit inside, just thinking we've got actually a decent amount of money, but it's pretty much nothing really when you get into London.
What's making things harder is that they're not just searching for the two of them.
Louis is a dedicated follower of fashion, a rather obsessive one, and his trainer collection is getting out of hand.
Yeah, I've got a few. I've got a few pairs.
A few pairs is definitely an understatement.
About 100 or so. It's not that bad.
Between the two of us, as we've lived separate lives, we've accumulated a lot of stuff. So somewhere to put it would be nice.
So, tight budget and storage requirements in one of the most competitive markets in the world. Good luck, Kirsty.
I'll need it. Georgie and Louis want to be a short hop from London and within easy access of Surrey, so I'm looking at East Dulwich and Forest Hill. Finding something in these areas on their budget won't be easy, but at least I think I know exactly what to look for. What you need is your own little love nest.
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
It's 220,
Yes.
and what do you want from that money?
We kind of want our lives back a bit, to have time to ourselves, to have time to spend with our friends, have them over for dinner, which at the moment just isn't even a possibility.
We know what you want and we know what you've got to spend.
Yeah.
So what we've got to do is bring those two things as close together as possible. Drink up. I'm good to go. So for their hard-earned £220,000, Georgie and Louis are after a one-bedroom flat convenient to the city.
It has to be in good condition or priced low if work required, and needs to have plenty of storage for Louis' trainers.
I wonder if Phil's got an easier task at hand.
You would be so proud of Rob and Nikki. You know, you always talk about people don't make sacrifices and save up. They have made endless sacrifices and saved up 75 grand. Randomly, they want a garden, but they don't want a ground floor flat.
It's a saving up week, because Louis and Georgie, for 5 years, they had lived with their respective parents.
Have they?
But like a fashionable couple.
Look at you in your bright red coat.
I could stop traffic, couldn't I?
Stunning. We will know where you are all week.
I know.
There will be no sliding off. Come on, let's get started.
Both our starter house hunting couples this week are far from alone.
The first 2 months of 2013 saw the number of first-time buyers in the UK hit its highest in 5 years. But that doesn't mean things are getting easier.
First-timers still have to find an average deposit of 20%.
And while mum and dad were buying in their early 20s, today's newbies are averaging 29.
That means Nikki and Rob fit the average buyer profile perfectly, though I don't suppose they'll settle for an average property in London's popular southwest, where we're searching.
I'm helping a couple who are 30 years old. They're looking to settle somewhere in southwest London. Good idea, bad idea, do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's cheaper than North London. I think you probably get more value for money. It's just a very good place to live.
The Northern Line is such a magnet for house hunters. It's just becoming so difficult to get a place.
Making my search all the more challenging. My first property for Rob and Nikki is in the prime location of Wimbledon, less than an hour's commute from their city jobs.
It's also only a short walk to the charms of Wimbledon Village and to the greenery of Wimbledon Common, which makes this flat about as well situated as you can get.
We are on the borders of Wimbledon Village. First floor flat with private garden. I thought I'd done quite well.
Great start.
Yeah, very unique.
Come on in.
Nice bright start, Phil.
This property offers a sociable dining kitchen, cosy living room and private garden.
It's also in move-in condition, and with an asking price just below £415,000, it would leave 85 grand of their budget spare for any improvements.
Kitchen diner. So you've got your entertaining space. The kitchen itself down that end, a little bit compromised by the fact that the fridge is kind of enclosing the space. Yeah. It's whether you think that that is made up for by having such a big dining space.
I think so, because even if you were cooking, you could just be sat here eating and could just have a chat, and it's a bit more social. I think that's what we
It's not as open plan as I kind of hoped for, because we have seen some pretty big kitchens.
Yeah.
So Nikki's seeing the charm.
After you.
But Rob's not quite giving off the same vibes.
Yeah, it's nice.
You're not convincing me, Rob.
It is just on the smaller side of what I had in mind.
Can I just ask how you both imagine that you will view properties?
I'll be the heart, and Rob will think
Does that
more
make me
about the
robot?
structural side of the house and
I
the
tend to get
place.
the feeling after I've viewed the property.
So you will concentrate on the practicalities. Is it big enough? Can I get to work? Can I afford it?
Yeah.
I think Mr. Practical just isn't feeling this one.
Plenty more to see here yet, Kirsty.
Why don't you have a look around your bedrooms? Your bedrooms. They're your bedrooms already.
Could be.
Nice try, Mr. Spencer.
Lovely windows.
Yeah, definitely. Could just about get a double in there or
Just,
there,
yeah.
perhaps.
Well, they've been rather underwhelmed by the size of the property. I've got bigger and better things to show them. This is a good start. It'll be a very safe first-time buyer for them.
Safe, yes, but is it the dream?
Maybe a little bit too small.
It seems not.
But credit to Rob, he's putting everything to the test in here.
Got some knee space. Emergencies.
Sorry, Phil, it looks like we can flush this property down the drain.
It's just slightly smaller than I had in mind.
We'd rather spend more of the money and get more space.
Let's move on. I'm going to show you bigger things. I'm going to show you more expensive things.
Okay.
They won't be in Wimbledon Village.
Right.
Come on.
Good to know. Thanks.
So that's one property out of the running for Rob and Nikki. Clearly, space is going to trump location for these two.
Looks like I'll need to dig deeper to find their gold medal home.
This week we're in South London, helping two sets of first-time buyers tackle the supersonic speed of the capital's property market.
Decent, affordable property shifts like greased lightning down here, so there's not going to be a moment's rest if we're to keep up this week.
It's not going to be easy.
Never is, Phil. Never is.
If it was easy, we wouldn't have a job, so maybe it's better to sit
No,
like
I think
this.
by now someone would have employed us to do something else.
I was quick off the blocks finding a tempting first flat in Wimbledon for triathlon-loving Nikki and Rob.
But the property didn't quite make the podium.
It is just on the smaller side of what I had in mind.
To get their hearts racing, I have to produce something that can compete in the space stakes.
Well, size does matter, Phil, but then speed does too. There are over 8 million people living in London. If you want to buy a home in this city, you have to plan your strategy.
First, funky Forest Hill, where the average selling price of a flat is £220,000, bang on Georgie and Louis' budget. It's an area I know they like. It's in London's southeast, and just a 14-minute commute to the city is making the area increasingly popular.
There's a big change in young professionals moving into the area.
There's some nice bars, some like little galleries, and some really nice independent shops that are opening up.
I think Forest Hill is a great place to live, really nice community feel, very friendly.
So the area gets the thumbs up, but will this flat?
It's got private parking, good-sized rooms including a separate kitchen, and just decorated, it's ready to move straight into.
It's on the market at £220,000, the very top end of Georgie and Louis' budget. Phil has long been a fan of Forest Hill. It's not the first time we've searched here, so he's come along to have a look at the flat.
It's just come on the market. Don't think I'm saving the best for last.
No, we understand,
Because
definitely.
you've got to bear in mind that you only need the one flat. Yes.
If it's love at first sight, fingers crossed, they'll need to act quick. There's a second viewing already booked this afternoon.
Well, let's start in this room. As you can see, it's not occupied.
Great space, yeah. Great size.
No, hold on. Stay there. Actually, I've suddenly had a thought. Don't move.
Okay.
Don't move.
She's very strict, isn't she? She's knocking down walls.
You could just literally cut a hole in that, and put a little.
And put a breakfast bar.
Absolutely.
So you could have two people sat this side, two the other side.
Yeah.
There's things to do as and when we wanted to.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be doing too much, certainly not to start with, because it is at 220,000. So
Okay, so it's
top of budget.
okay.
So first impressions.
Big, bright, airy, nice.
Good.
You know what? I feel it might be one of those days when we just get it done.
Dude, early lunch, I reckon. Early
Get
lunch.
it done.
Calm down, Kirsty. They've only seen one room.
In one-bed London flats, you don't get much more than one room. This is a very good start.
Quietly situated down the back is the bedroom.
Lovely space, lovely French windows. Is that communal, that garden? It's ours.
Is it ours? Is it ours?
It's already already in.
You're already moving in. That's a good sign.
No, it's gorgeous.
Given that you guys have already seen quite a lot, how easy do you think it will be to make a decision?
I think at the moment this is one of the best we've ever seen.
I'm sure you're aware of the pace of the market.
Yeah, it moves so quickly.
You've got Kirsty on side now,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All will be
Ready
well.
to go.
All will be well.
All will be well once I've tackled Louis' trainer addiction.
Sometimes people come to me and they say, right, I'm not going to buy a house unless I can park my car off street or I can have a garage for this and that. And I'm like, get rid of the car. And you have got something even worse than a car. How many?
About 100
Pairs of trainers.
Yes.
Now, I have 100 pairs of shoes, but I'm a girl. Okay?
I know, I get this from Georgie all the time. I know.
Anyway, just to tell you, there and there, they've lowered the ceiling and there's fantastic storage.
So you're saying I can bring...
No. Did you hear me say that?
I think you found the way to Louis' heart, and that's through his trainers.
I'm not going to condone the trainers, but if the shoes are part of the deal, I'll do my best to provide.
Good sized kitchen,
Yeah,
nice space,
Again, I see.
ready to move in.
There's nothing but good vibes coming off these two.
They've seen their fair share of London property already. They know good from bad.
Can you fault it?
It's more than we've kind of asked for to have in one sort of place.
This is the first flat you've seen with us. It came on the market at the weekend. Other people have seen it now. There's a second viewing here today. And I would be misleading you if I didn't say this is a cracking flat at the right price, in the right location, with the right circumstances. Doesn't happen every day. You could see 100 flats and not see one as good as this.
It does seem to tick all the boxes we've asked for sure.
Time's of the essence as well.
Yeah, and if they've got another viewing coming in this afternoon, they could like it and be gone. And why wouldn't they?
In 16 years and over 200 house hunts, I've only seen this once before. They clearly intend to make an offer here and now.
These are two house hunters determined to beat the turbocharged London market at its own game.
It's a difficult one because at the same time, curiosity wants us to see what else.
We've got other things
doesn't
to
mean
show
I
you.
can't show you something.
I mean, from what we have seen already,
For me, this is the best
one of
we've
the
had.
best. Yeah,
If not the
Sure.
best for me. I love it, to be honest.
it's at the top of our budget, which is fine.
But we won't need to do much.
No,
that's
we
the
won't have
thing.
to do anything at all.
It sounds like you need to find out just what it would take to cancel the viewings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you could, yeah.
Okay,
Okay, these guys are serious.
Nerve-wracking.
Manoeuvring competition in this market is tricky.
Mo, it's Kirsty. What do you think it would take for your vendor to just say, right, that's it, the door's closed to other punters? Okie doke. Okay.
Georgina.
And Louis have been really brave because it's not an easy thing to do. First flat, first morning with Kirsty and I to stump out and go, I like it, let's try and buy it. They've been really brave. It's also quite nerve-wracking. Kirsty's doing a wonderful job.
Okay, thanks, Mo. Okay, bye.
What news?
He said he thought 217, 218 would sort it out.
Okay.
But he also said if he made an offer, we'd put it forward to our client and they'd have 24 hours to think about it. Now, those two things don't correlate.
If you offer 218 now, it's probably acceptable, but you won't stop the viewings. If you offered 220 now, I think you'd have a very strong argument to shut the door and nobody else sees it.
I'm just worried if we do let someone else do it, they're going to make an offer and then we'll be priced out. We haven't got much to sort of...
220 is our top and that's it. We can't start bidding and going up and up and up.
This is a super high-stakes game they're playing.
Matching the asking price would take every penny they have. Are these guys really going to put it all on the table right here and now?
I feel like I want to offer 220 and tell them
to get it off the market.
Get it off the market.
That's what I call beating the fast London market at its own game.
This is our situation. We want this flat. I would like to make an offer of the full asking price on condition that no one else sees the flat as of now. It's not made under any other circumstances. So if you think that she can't do that or doesn't want to do that, then disregard our offer. Brilliant. Bye. He said, I see no reason why she shouldn't take it off the books and say sold. That's a full asking price offer. Obviously, it's the vendor's choice.
Of course.
There's nothing we can do about that.
All we can do is wait, but with a full asking price offer in, news shouldn't be long in coming.
Whatever the outcome, Georgie and Louis have done the right thing. See it, like it, buy it.
While one-hit wonder Kirsty has an offer in the bag, I need to continue my search for Rob and Nikki in the city's southwest.
After being unimpressed by the space available in Wimbledon, we know they want more square footage for their money.
And I have a good idea where to find it. I've been looking at Collier's Wood, an area sandwiched between Wimbledon and Tooting.
It offers a quick commute on the Northern Line and a new cycle superhighway to the city. Something Rob and Nikki would love.
In my opinion, it is very up and coming, and that's because the market and the popularity has drifted down the Northern Line. Clapham was popular, then Balham was popular, Tooting, and now Collier's Wood. It's 1930s built, so I'm not pretending it's stuff full of character and interest. It's not, but it is full of space.
Okay. And it's a whole house.
It is a whole house, yes. Well spotted. Yes, should we go in?
Yeah, sounds good.
With a large dining kitchen, huge garden and 3 bedrooms, this house has all the space they need for now and any family plans for the future.
And at just below £490,000, it's under their £500,000 maximum budget.
This is about kind of safeguarding your future. Right. This is a very much a long-term place that you could grow into. Yeah.
It's right on that cusp of modern young couple and family, which is actually, if we're realistic, is more where we're at. And if we did go for something that was smaller and didn't give us the space to grow, it might frustrate us in a number of years.
It's the kind of house your parents would probably like to see you buy, because it's sensible.
Yes, that's exactly the word I was looking for. Luke's very sensible. Yeah. Maybe a bit too family-ish, you know what I mean?
Nikki's managing to see the long-term potential, but surrounded by kiddie clutter, it's not making sense to Rob.
You look scared.
A little bit. It's the whole, you kind of gain one and you lose another. So I think gain size, obviously, but lost a bit of character. It's not quite as, wow, this is really interesting.
But this is only room 1. Surely when Rob sees the rest of this house, the facts and figures will add up to a winner on his spreadsheets.
Pretty much what I expected. It's just very predictable.
So what else do we want from a room if it's not good size, complete blank canvas?
I'm guessing there's another one like it on that side.
There is, and that's where I want to chat with Nikki.
I don't want you to be too put off.
It's okay talking to me, not Rob.
I'm kind of conscious that you've just got engaged, you're not yet married, and here I am showing you houses with cots in. Have I gone a step too far as Rob's concerned, do you think?
I think Rob will take time with any property to feel either way about it. It's sort of the nervousness of
it's a big decision.
Making a big jump.
Rob likes things to be efficient, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
And he likes his spreadsheets.
Yeah, and I think what we'll do tonight is we'll almost list some criteria and we'll rank them 1 to 10 and we'll score them each and we'll come up with a score which tells us what we should do.
Something tells me it won't make a jot of difference, though. I've shown this couple 2 options, and Rob really doesn't like either. This is turning out to be more tricky than I'd first expected.
Hey, how'd you get on? It's good. I like it. I like what you said earlier. It's definitely a sensible option, definitely future-proofed, and I love the space. I think it's just a little bit too early. For me, personally anyway, it's like you found the perfect house if we were 4 or 5 years older or so.
We should move on.
Good effort, Mr. Spencer, but it's Phil 0, Kirsty 1.
We'll see. You've not sealed that deal yet.
This week we're on the London property roller coaster, the fastest moving market in the country at the moment. Places are going in the blink of an eye.
If you're a first-time buyer on a limited budget, this is the hardest place in the UK to find a home. And it definitely keeps Phil and I on our toes.
Fitness fanatics Rob and Nikki are treating their house hunt with the planning and preparation they would one of their triathlons. But with 2 properties down, they're still nowhere near the finishing line.
Whereas my pair of cool commuters, Georgie and Louis, got off to a cracking start. And they've done something I haven't witnessed in a while. They put in an offer having seen just 1 property.
I want to offer 220.
It's a bold move, but I'm convinced it's the right one.
The Forest Hill property is at the absolute limit of their budget. And have they seen enough to compare it to?
Fear not, Spencer. While we wait for the agent to respond, I'm going to show them somewhere cheaper and closer to the city centre. I want to make sure they're still confident in their decision when they've seen what else their money can get.
It's in one of their favourite areas, East Dulwich, which offers the delis, wine bars and bistros these cool kids crave.
But on the way to our meet-up, I've had a call from the agent in Forest Hill, which means I've got news. Before we go into this flat, I should fill you in on what happened this morning. Yes. We rang Mo together. Then I got a call from Bobby in Mo's office, and he said that when I'd been on the telephone to Mo, on his mobile, someone else had been on the telephone to Bobby, and that person had made an offer on the flat.
Okay.
The good news is that yours is the higher offer. She is not going back to the other people. She has accepted your asking price offer.
Okay.
Wow. That's fantastic news.
So that is fantastic.
Yes.
Horrified you did it so quickly?
Not really.
Well, we've had time to think about it a little bit, and I'm still really sort of...
I was still expecting you to come back and say that she was like, no, she wants more or something.
No, she was very honourable about it. Are you pleased?
Yes.
Yeah.
Relieved.
What we're doing now is we're going to continue having a conversation about size, price, location and value.
Yeah.
Because I want you to feel confident about what you've just done. 1/3 of offers accepted never reach completion. So there's still a chance the Forest Hill flat will fall through. I won't feel I've done my job if I don't show Georgie and Louis an alternative. And this 1-bed flat with a generous open-plan living area and large shared garden is on at £205,000. 15 grand less than Forest Hill.
Will it reassure Georgie and Louis that they're doing the right thing, or will it make them think twice about their hasty decision?
Now this is a contrast, obviously,
Yes.
but it's a lovely big room with fantastic high ceilings and original features. And the fact that it looks like this is because the tenant really isn't particularly interested in making it as nice as possible. But good street, good location.
Great location.
Yeah, great location.
Love the corner thing, very pretty.
Seems like first impressions are good, and they're still to hear the price.
It's on at 205.
Oh, okay.
So, price, yes, so does that change your mind?
Interesting.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. Food for thought. Yeah.
Now that seems to have put the cat among the pigeons. Are those second thoughts I see flashing across those young minds?
I love the front room.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's
The
nice.
location's really nice, but...
Big garden, actually, very big garden.
A lovely living room and cheaper and better located than the Forest Hill flat. What's not to like?
Well, the bedroom is not quite so spacious, and remember, Louis has got a footwear collection to think about.
There's a reason why it's 205.
Five.
I can't put anything in here.
With all your stuff as well, where would we... It's not
Yeah,
even
that's
room
it.
for a wardrobe. Yeah.
No, not
You've
really
done
feeling
the right
it.
thing, I think.
Looks like they were right to go with their gut on the first house.
Thank goodness. Would have been sad to withdraw that offer. Phew. Were you stressed about...
Yeah, slightly. I love the road, I love the location. I was like, have we made the biggest mistake and just gone too fast, too soon, you know?
Do you feel more confident now?
Yes, definitely. Definitely feel calm. We've made the right decision, for sure, for us.
That's fantastic. So, the first decision is still the right decision, and tomorrow we'll go back to Forest Hill and have a look at the flat that will be theirs. Usually at this point I'm saying, well, think about it, don't lose sleep over it. Or, what I'm just saying to you tomorrow is please turn up sober.
Yeah. We won't celebrate until tomorrow.
And I thought you'd be popping corks at such brilliant success, Kirsty.
At times like these, Phil, I'm drunk on life enough as it is, thank you very much. I've got my pair of first-time buyers all but across the line in record time. How are you getting on with yours?
Well, progress is proving slower with Rob and Nikki, I must admit.
The first house in Wimbledon was too small. Collier's Wood, too grown up.
So to get ahead in London's lightning property merry-go-round, I've used my contacts and got wind of a gem that won't actually hit the market for another month. It's in Streatham Hill, very close to the couple's target areas of Balham and Tooting Bec. At over 1,000 square feet, this is the biggest property Rob and Nikki have seen yet.
But there are a couple of catches. It's a ground floor flat, which they're keen to avoid, and perhaps more worryingly, the house won't actually be available to move into for another 8 months.
So I've called in Kirsty. Maybe her coat will distract them.
Come on, keep up.
Oh, sorry.
You girls in your bright outfits.
These are my favourite thing in the world. Purpose-built period flats.
And we're talking top floor again?
No, we're not talking top floor. But we're going to wait and see. We're not going to judge it.
That's told them, Kirsty.
Let's get in, let's get in, let's get in. Skibbity.
Let's hope they're as open-minded as you are excited. This home has a massive contemporary dining kitchen, period features in the spacious living room and bedrooms, as well as a good-sized private garden.
And it comes with an extra feature that is more common than you'd think. A live-in cat the owners want to leave behind.
It is at the very top of their budget, at just under £500,000.
This doesn't go on the market for another month. The owners here are expecting twins, and if they could do a deal without having floods of people round, they'd like to do that.
It's good news for us.
Is it getting ticks on the old spreadsheet?
So far, I was pleased to see the park at the end of the road, and it looks really nicely decorated. I love the features.
You both look really, like, slightly eye-shiny, ping, ping, ping.
So far, so good, yeah. Looking forward to seeing the rest of it.
It's been valued at just under 500,000.
Right.
It is, of course, at the top of budget.
It's a really big flat.
It is, but we always said if we were in the right environment, we both know that we could be brave.
Let's see how they take the news of the live-in lodger.
The cat actually comes free with the house.
Shut up.
No, I'm not joking. Serious.
Well, that didn't seem to get anyone's backs up, thankfully. Time to crack on. Let's skip on. Let's keep this going. Let's keep the momentum going.
Good size.
I couldn't probably redesign this any better than what we want.
There is a catch.
It's a tiny cat.
It's immaterial.
Look how these two hold it back.
The catch is that whilst we've got in early, these people don't move until December.
It's not that long. It's not that long. So yours absolutely sorted, but you couldn't actually move in until December. I know it seems like a long way away, but actually you can have a summer of that knowledge that you'll be in before Christmas.
Meanwhile, we haven't seen round the whole of the flat yet.
No, okay.
Why don't we split up? Rob, let's go out to the garden and leave you girls looking at bedrooms.
No, one day that stereotypical stuff will get you into trouble.
See you.
Hopefully outside, Rob will find enough to love to make the wait worthwhile.
What do you make of this so far?
Very impressed, I've got to say. Like, love the character, love the kitchen, love the fact that it all comes with a garden as well.
Well, Nikki certainly looks pretty excited.
Yeah, I would expect nothing less, to be honest, for a place like this.
And she's not the only excited one.
Dressing table there, and you could have bookshelves either side of the fireplace. I love it. And you could sleep with your window open.
And that leads to the garden.
And that leads out to the garden.
Yeah. Where a certain Mr. Spencer's like a cat who got the cream.
Dare I say it? Could be in the can.
When you're almost standing in the street looking at this flat, you look like this was it. And then you walked into this room and you were just like, bing!
Because I've not seen anything like this. We've not seen anything like this. Ground floor was ruled out after about 3 bad ground floor flats. Yeah, I have butterflies.
Right, if you don't, well, it sounds like a done deal to me. What a day!
Go and check with Rob.
So it seems they'd be happy to wait for this flat. All their worries about ground floor have disappeared.
Yes, I've got a feeling the future's bright. Well, it's certainly orange.
Are you still talking to that cat?
Oh, crikey, it's you. I thought it was a lollipop lady or something. Come to frighten me. This is going well, isn't it?
What a day.
Yeah.
What a day.
Don't count our chickens yet.
No.
It's a little bit early, but cracking flats.
Cracking flats.
Finn and Kirsty.
Cracking couples.
Strike again.
I'm going to pull you in.
Nice.
Not much to not like, huh?
Sign me up.
I think your face is tell quite a lot of the story of what you make of this flat.
That's this one. She seems pretty excited. No, so am I, to be honest.
Got butterflies in my stomach. Definitely trying not to jump up and down and get too excited and try and be sensible and go through this process. But I have absolutely fallen in love.
I really like it. I'm absolutely agree with what you said. Good character, good location, good size.
Think about it overnight.
Yeah.
Be rational. Get the spreadsheet out. Try and fault it, and we'll meet up tomorrow morning to decide what you want to do. Come on then.
Okay.
We may have had to go off-market to beat the London property race, but I think it's paid off here in Streatham Hill.
If Rob and Nikki take a leaf out of Georgie and Louis' book and move fast, we could be looking at 2 sets of happy first-time homeowners.
South London, and if the property market here is fast, our 2 couples this week are proving faster.
My couple, Georgie and Louis, struck like lightning by putting in an offer on the first flat I showed them.
And after passing on 2 flats, Nikki and Rob have asked me to meet them back at the 3rd, the period 2-bed in Streatham Hill that had them all starry-eyed and love-struck.
Well, I don't know about you, even I'm excited this morning to be back in this flat.
Same here.
It really was love at first sight when we brought them to view this flat.
But as second viewings are about practicalities, I want to know how this property rates in the cold light of day after a night of number crunching.
Did you get the spreadsheets out?
I knew that would come up. We did, actually. We did a little comparison and get one big score at the end for which house you should live in based on just the facts, obviously, ignoring the emotional side. And this one did come out on top.
Emotions make sense.
Good.
Crazy.
The compromise from our perspective was the delay of completion time, 8 months.
I don't think we really see it as a problem.
It's like we were working towards getting our deposit and we did well and we started looking and now we can work towards a movement date.
Now they're confident the sums add up. All they need is to figure out if this place feels like home and if they want that little extra that comes for free.
They could mow the lawn.
Oh, sorry, cat! Not the best foot to get off on with your potential future housemate.
Well, they really have tackled this whole process from such a logical, sensible fashion, the way they saved up for their deposit, the way they valued and rated all of the flats. They haven't got carried away. That's how to buy a house.
One small problem. They've not yet said they're going to offer.
Say yes. Say yes, we're going to buy it. Say yes, we're going to buy it.
Well.
But before they get too dizzy with excitement, I need to remind them this property isn't yet on the market. I've got one heck of a deal to do if they're to keep that spring in their step.
On my side of the city, celebrations are looming. Not only have Georgie and Louis had their offer accepted, but it's Louis' birthday. So here we are, back in Forest Hill. But it's not quite party time yet, as their £220,000 offer is the absolute top of their budget, and they agree with me that the kitchen should be knocked through to make an open space. Will they be able to afford it? Local builder Mark has arrived to give us his advice.
This is just a non-load-bearing stud wall, so there's nothing to stop you taking the whole of this out and having a nice big kitchen, dining area.
If you wanted to make a nice space, though, even if you took the whole wall out.
It's going to cost you around sort of £1,400 to move it all.
You haven't seen any horrors, Mark, coming
No,
along?
none whatsoever. No, it's looks like it's been recently refurbished to me anyway, so... Yeah.
Well, bear that in mind. Should we go and have a look at the garden? See if the sun is still in the sky? So, with potential improvements covered, nothing left on this side but to celebrate. Over to you, Mr. Spencer.
Rob and Nikki are ready to offer on the Streatham Hill flat. And as the owners haven't yet put it on the market, they're in a brilliant buying position. But one wrong move could blow their chances.
Slightly tricky one. Because they haven't tested the market, and there's no doubt the market is busy and it's a seller's market, how are they going to react to us trying to do a deal off-market?
Right.
I'm also mindful if we make a lower offer and we try and negotiate and be clever, they'll just go, you know what, we'll just wait and put it on as we intended to originally.
I think that's my fear, definitely.
But at the same time, I don't want to be paying, you know, a premium just to get in there early.
My suggestion is I actually ring the agent for kind of off-the-record conversation and try and put it back to them to say, look, will they do a deal? What I don't want to happen is you to show the colour of your money, put a bid on the table, and then take it to market anyway.
Okay. This is a delicate phone call. I've got serious buyers, but have we got serious vendors?
Pamela, can you talk? This is Phil Spencer. They do like it very much. It is. It's a lovely flat. If you and I put a properly sensible offer on the table now from properly sensible buyers, would they take it?
Good manoeuvring, Phil, but don't forget the added extra.
We did talk about the cat yesterday. I better check. Okay, cheers. Bye-bye. Well, the agent feels that her clients are very much on side. They realise the situation. If somebody was to pay the asking price now, that flat would never hit the market. No one would see it.
We're going to take a cat.
And
We'll
take
the cat.
Take the cat?
We'll take the cat.
But with or without the cat, securing this flat will still take almost all of their £500,000 maximum budget.
I think that's what we were prepared for, to be honest. We did think that would be the case, and we were just chatting before, and we said, would we pay the full amount if it came down to it? And I think we both would.
It's a perfectly fair price, and I promise you I would tell you if I thought it was ambitious. It's not.
Let's do it.
Pamela, it's Phil, and I'm pleased to say that I have got a good offer for you. They will pay the full asking price. They'll pay $499,950 on the understanding that nobody else would see the flat. Thank you, Pamela. I'll wait to hear. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Nikki and Rob have just put 10 years of savings on the table. I just hope it's enough.
Back in Forest Hill, the deal is done, and in time for Louis' birthday.
I'm really looking forward to getting in there.
Yeah, buying some furniture, getting moved in.
Louis, a little birthday. Oh, they've gone out! Oh, it was creeping up behind you.
Oh,
Happy
thank you.
birthday! Is it what you would have wanted for your birthday, Louis?
Definitely, and more. It's
Really?
amazing.
Oh my God, I didn't mean to do that. Don't believe in that kind of extravagance. It's the best flat in Forest Hill. Cheers.
I knew the bubbly wouldn't be far away.
I'm toasting a very brave couple who got exactly what they deserve.
Talking of which, I'm still on tenterhooks with Rob and Nikki as we wait for a reply to their offer.
Oh my God.
Hi, Pamela. Thanks, Pamela. He's delighted with that, and he's very, very happy to accept it. Well done. Lovely, lovely flat. I'm really pleased with you.
I'm chuffed to bits. Rob and Nikki have got the home of their dreams and have till December to prepare for it.
Unfortunately for Georgie and Louis, after their super speedy offer on the Forest Hill flat, progress ground to a halt.
We had a bit of a disaster. The valuer valued the property at £15,000 less than what we had offered, which caused a few problems with getting the mortgage.
But this determined couple weren't giving up their dream home without a fight and went back to the vendor to try and renegotiate a deal.
Luckily for us, the vendor was brilliant.
We both wanted the sale to go through quickly, and she accepted a slightly lower offer.
So with the new deal done, things are back on track.
The uphill struggle we've had has made us realise how much this flat means to both of us and how much it's going to change the way we live.
Yeah, we stuck there, we got there, we got a good result in the end, so I'm really happy about it.
Next week we're in Liverpool, where it's all about your first time.
Don't be disappointed, okay?
It can be a daunting experience.
I think I'm in trouble.
Which is often full of surprises.
You know, this is a hired stripper, and but that came out wrong.
And it can even reduce you to tears.
You're going to make me cry, though.
I'm not going to make you cry.
But it can be a moment you'll never forget.
Wow.
This is something else.
To collect property information from the show into your own online scrapbook, or to get our help with finding your own home, go to channel4.com/Kirsty and Phil.
If you just can't get enough when it comes to house-related programs, then why not download Grand Designs to your smartphone or tablet thanks to the clever people at 4OD. Pencils have been sharpened, uniforms have been ironed. The brand new series, Educating Yorkshire, is in a couple of minutes.